Welcome back. Welcome back, gamers. Hope everybody has had a splendid break, or whatever you want to say. Nerdy, you still think Mongey's going to take it? Has your opinion changed in the last 10 minutes?
Hey, listen, I can't back down from this take now, you know? And once I have a take, it would be lame for me. Even if the person's about to lose, I have to hold on hope, you know what I mean? So so I've given my take, I have to stand by it.
Do you think it'll be a sweep? Do you think we'll get to game 5? What do you think's going to happen?
That's a good question. You know, my analysis, my in-depth research has pointed me to a 3-1 victory in favor
Okay.
of Mongey. Yeah.
And
that's my
you've had
answer.
a very good track record of predictions, famously going, I think, 1
Okay,
for 8.
to be fair,
or...
okay, last week I went like 1 for 8. That was an embarrassing performance, okay? But to be fair, before this day, I said that I thought Hax was gonna take the dub, Monkey, Danny,
Yeah, you're gonna
Automat.
pre-call?
Those are the ones I said at the
Okay.
beginning of this okay? And I have to stand by all 4, okay? I'm not backing down, okay, chat? I cannot do that.
Okay. Some hot takes.
So far, so good, all right? We're gonna make up from last week.
All right, let's go into our player cards real quick. See if the stats back up your prediction, Nerdy. Wow, another wasn't it literally like 4-5 and 5-4 on this win-loss last time? But
Another close one.
Yeah, Nerdy. I mean, look at this player card. Something that you noticed on Hacks, I mean, Ancoboy may be more pronounced in this way. A worse win rate, but a better ranked average time than Hacks, right? Like, potentially even more inconsistent than some of the players. You know, maybe have like a 60-65% win rate, slightly slower ranked average, but we've definitely seen that from Ancoboy in previous playoffs. In just watching him in general, it can be very, very, very fast with the decision making when he's on, but can also, I mean, if you're going so fast, you're bound to make more mistakes than if you're playing slower and more methodical. So definitely makes sense why the stats kind of look like this. I think we can throw it over to Mongey to the average and the win percentage. Win percentages. Worse on both, slightly worse on the win rates, but significantly worse on the ranked average. But Nerdy, he does have a new PC. Or a PC, I guess I should say. Because, he didn't have one. And that, I feel like it does matter a lot. Like, especially when you're sort of like getting to that skill cap on the hardware that you have, like it just makes the skill cap a little higher and things just feel a little smoother. You're going to have like less random instances of like, lag screwing you over, losing a couple hearts here or there. And let me see if I can find Mongey. Yeah, Mongey, I don't know. This website doesn't tell me how many ranked games these guys have played. It looks like, okay, in Season 5, Mongey's played at least like 150, 200. He's got an 11.02 average in his Season 5 games. Mongey was playing ranked an hour ago. His last ranked game he won 1 hour ago, 10:35. And Ancoboy's third on the ranked ladder. Mongey's ninth. And Ancoboy's got a 10:57 average. So if you're looking at just the most recent games, very, very similar, within 5 seconds of each other on these average completions. So I think it's going to be closer than we think, Nerdy. Closer than the stats show. And I mean, obviously, Mongey's here because he beat Dougal, as a reminder. Like, that is no easy task. Regardless,
I mean, Dougal is legitimately a strong favorite, if not the favorite to win the entire tournament. And I'd also, on top of that, I mean, he's the largest monkey to beat Minecraft. I mean, come on, that has to be worth something.
Yes. I mean, he's gotten this far, upgraded his setup. Let's look at our seed pick bands. BT band again, Nerdy. I mean, we're just almost never gonna see it. But these are both ocean seeds this time. No shipwrecks. So we're gonna be fully on land, fully grounded for our overworlds, at least for the first 3 seeds. Again, seed 4 and seed 5. If we get there, can see ocean seeds getting picked. I don't know. The BT ban is making more and more sense to me, and obviously, Nerdy, there's a reason
agree,
behind
I
it
agree.
because every single runner is doing it. Like every single match has been doing it. I think there's literally one yesterday, and it was like, or last week, and it was Danny, whoever Danny was playing. I think just to be funny. Like I think Danny didn't ban BT. It was Danny and Oxy maybe played a BT seed. I don't remember. But
I
yeah,
still
no
do
BT.
like watching them a lot because I feel like they're fast, and consistent. I feel like with Rune Portal, like Rune Portal has a higher potential to be fun because I think that's where we've seen
It's just
like
like
the
so
really
fast,
fast
like sub
seeds.
7, sub 8. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And like so I like Rune Portal probably the most, but BT is like a little more consistently fast, I feel like. And so yeah. That being said, the Desert Temple seeds are quite interesting as well.
Oh, what?
And wow, Mongey is dead.
Okay, that's crazy. That that shouldn't happen in ranked. That's just 30 seconds. Actually, fully unlucky.
Oh my god.
I it's the first. That's the first time we've seen that in all playoffs. Yeah, it just is what it is. That's crazy. I
I mean,
It's got 19
yeah.
iron on this seed.
I was gonna say though, 19 iron is crazy.
Yeah,
And also one diamond, so essentially effectively like 20 iron.
that's just 30 seconds. Wow, is what it is. Chat, we're not going to reset the seed. We are not going to run it back. We can't. If every RNG element, obviously this is maybe the most like one of the most clear cut cases where it's so early into the seed, but we can't possibly physically standardize everything, and that's genuinely never happened before. And I think there's like specific code in place to try and prevent that as much as possible. So yeah, it is what it is. I mean, Mongey at the lava pool first, though. I mean, he's wood lighting, but guys, it's definitely still winnable. Overlapping, getting food here with the wood light. Very, very smart play from Mongey. Going to come back to his portal, hopefully being lit, and honestly not going to be 30 seconds behind. It's not lit though, unfortunately. There it is though. Yeah, I mean, this is not 30
Wow.
seconds. This is maybe 10, right?
What
So
happened? I didn't
already
even
caught
catch
up
what.
20 seconds. Just better overlapping entirely. Didn't go out of his way for
Yeah.
Flint. Was able to fully overlap, grabbing food with the woodlight, and he's literally 5-10 seconds behind now. That's all it is. Obviously, I mean, should be ahead. It's genuinely not. You can't play around it because it shouldn't happen in rank that creeper is there. But he's making up the time. I think one
Check
thing that
one of the chests.
Manji's on hard, I think, is hopefully doesn't get rocked here in the Bastion. Not a perfect top-down play there either. But I mean, look at this. Like mining this back wall at the same exact time. Very, very similar. Yep, switch back to easy. And he's made up basically all the pace.
Wow.
And keeping the mental in check, it was like literally an instant reset and he just ran back. And yeah, you lose time, but I mean, if you win this seed, that's going to do wonders for the mental. And it's like, he's right there. You know what I mean? It's going to come down to the end game. He's right there.
For sure.
But this fort is close. Both these winners trading, similar food situations as well. Mongey was able to just play the overworld better, even after dying. So good stuff. And we'll have to see who's going to be ahead heading to the fort. Might be Ancoboy. Might be out of the trades here first. Yep, able to pyrite, get that direction. Looks like he is leaving. Mongey leaving as well. Gets that pie direction and is out, so a little behind. But Ancoboy's got to find this fort here. Not the most clear terrain to go around. But it looks like he sees the leg. It's like blending in with the fog, but I think he does see something here, yeah. And Mongey sees that as well. So
Wow.
Nerdy, only 5 seconds behind here after what happened in the overworld.
You gotta give props to Mongey. He's playing really well.
Yeah, and he pearls onto the spawner, like basically triggering it at the exact same time.
Wow.
What is this from Ancoboy? A backwards. I've never seen that. It was like a backside double TNT. So he like does a third one. That's interesting. I just haven't seen that before ever. But I mean, you have all this TNT and not like to have to save it for anything. As long as you're clearing all the blocks, you can do it however you want, I guess. One of those variations that I think just doesn't end up really mattering. But as long as both these runners, they have it both TNT'd out. Mongey spawner in a little bit more of a precarious situation. He doesn't have those back blocks yet, but it's going to be very similar. Going to come down to eye measuring split and then a lot of strong on that potentially. Mm-hmm. We will have to see Nerdy.
That's pre-crafted for both players. You love to see it.
Yeah, and Ancoboy has the iron bars for ground zero potentially. I'm not sure if Mongey crafted those or not. Obviously, I mean, so most seed zeroable. But yeah, they have so many beds.
So many beds.
Yeah, so many beds, so many anchors. Ancoboy heading to measure now. I think his boat maybe broke in the portal or something. But Mongey gets more blaze spawns. Might be the last cycle that he needs here to head to Chords. Very fast Desert Temple overworld, especially for Mongey dying and just losing 30 seconds. This is okay, needs 2 more rods, it looks like. Ancoboy left an eye potentially? I don't know if it broke, because Mongey has 6, but either way, Mongey's out. Ancoboy's still killing blazes. He's made up all the time, Nerdy, and could be taking seed 1 here, even with a 30-second death. But Ancoboy heading to Chords as well. A lot of this is going to come down to your terrain nav, how you navigate these lava pearls, things like that. Both runners on 1 pork chop. So hunger reset could come into play here, but Mongey finds some terrain. Ancoboy finding terrain. Looks like this is really far away. Oh, never mind. That's a 192, not a 92. Mongey digging his portal out right now. In the lead, but it's not by much. Very, very close. Spike, bottom left for Mongey. Is Ancoboy going to get that spike as well? Gets the spike more backwards. Mongey's there. Pearls towards the portal room.
Wow.
Ancoboy's going to see it. He does. Same thing, but Mongey ahead on this setup by just a few seconds. Yeah, and it might be it if he's able to just go. Place the bed. Needs to grab it. He's in. Faster. 2 to 3 seconds. This could come down to height, come down to amount of beds. Double beds as well. 88. Do you push 99 here? He is. Is Ancoboy. He is as well. Yep. Oh, bad first bed for Mongey. Ancoboy already going for the double beds, and he's ahead on the damage. It might be over.
I think
2 beds, Ancoboy wins. That's it. 2 crossbow double beds, and he takes the seed, entering second.
Deserved. Oh my god. Wow. What a dub.
What an end fight. Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What a dub.
He's got the crossbow ready for the first bed. to get that double bet off, and he wins by literally 2 to 3 seconds entering server, but off a 0, that is impressive, man.
That is crazy. I mean, I have to say, props to Mongey for just throughout that entire seed, making up a little bit more pace. Doing phenomenal job, having that real rough start and entering the end faster. But man, I feel like Ancoboy clutched up with that 0. That was one of the craziest 0s we've seen. And wow, good stuff.
Yeah. And I mean, the seed is only different by that much. Definitely comes down in part to that creeper in the overworld for Mongey. Just genuinely, I think the unluckiest thing we've seen in a ranked playoffs. In part. Chat, you cannot be getting mad at me for saying in part. It's 30 seconds of a 9-minute seed. Like, yes, sure. But that was not 100% of the seed. That's crazy, man. Picks the village, in between village and room portal. But if you're Mongey, I mean, I feel like you can't be too disappointed. Like, obviously you can be, but knowing that you played the seed faster, I think you can definitely still make it back. And it's a best of 5. You have more wiggle room on the seeds that, don't go your way for whatever reason. Definitely a very extreme case of bad RNG. But we'll see, Nerdy. Village versus room portal. Again, definitely better to win seed 2 and lose seed 3 if you kind of just want to get that pick off on seed 4. But I'm just ready to get another seed. That was a crazy ending. I mean, Mongey slowly clawing it back, but Ancoboy keeping the pace. I think maybe slightly better nav to second portal chords, right? Mongey left that, 10, 15 seconds earlier than Ancoboy, and he was able to catch up that time heading to chords, which ended up mattering as that seed, comes down to mere seconds. Nerdy, we need a stalling question.
Stalling question.
Or something.
Let's see here. What's a good stalling question, chat? I can't come up with something.
Favorite ice cream. I feel like we've been asked this in a playoff before.
Favorite ice cream? Coffee ice cream. 100%.
I just don't drink coffee, so I just can't agree or disagree with that at all. But is it not weird to have coffee ice cream if you have coffee? Is it not weird to associate both those things together or something?
Associate coffee and coffee ice cream? Or
wait. I feel like coffee ice cream, there's no way it tastes the same as regular coffee, right? Or does it just is it just good? I feel like it wouldn't have a good comparison.
I am like a bitch. I don't like black coffee. For me, black coffee is disgusting. It's way too strong, everyone, all my family members like it and stuff, but for me, espresso, just straight espresso, black coffee is not good. So for me, I put milk and I put a little sugar or syrup or something, vanilla syrup. And so for me, it just basically tastes like coffee ice cream. I don't know. I mean, it's not as sweet, but it's still I like my coffee, I guess, being less sweet, but it still tastes, it's a similar kind of mixture of flavors where I feel like it is pretty similar. And I also drink my coffee cold. I get ice. I always do iced coffee. So I feel like it's even more similar to coffee ice cream. But hey, that's just me.
There we go.
Stalling. Perfect.
That was perfect stall. Yeah, I just can't relate. I just don't have coffee. I've never had coffee ice cream at all. So I just genuinely don't know. It just feels like they would be different, and I wouldn't naturally enjoy both, right? But no. Desert Village again. I swear we had no Desert Villages at all in all the village seeds day one. And now we have 2 Desert Village seeds back to back. Well, back to back matches, I should say. It is possible to play the same seed type twice in a row. If it is the seed for seed 3 and then whoever loses it just wants to run it back. I don't think we've ever seen that. But It could be funny. Like, but that would also require the person who lost on that seed type to then pick it again right away. So it potentially doesn't make that much sense, but it would be cool to see. Oh my god, look at Mongey going all the way down here for this gravel. Look at this cave. I mean, he finds the gravel. I like the play, but this is an excavation mission getting out of here. But I like him looking for that.
It works, I guess, you know? I mean, it wasn't that much time lost. I don't know. It depends
it's better to get the flint there than to I mean, look at that. The room portal or the lava pool is right there. And so Ancoboy doesn't see the gravel at the bottom of that cave or doesn't want to go for it. He's gonna have to woodlight. And this just it has variance, right? It's gonna be faster if it hits instantly. It's gonna be slower if it doesn't. And Mongey, I mean, look at building his portal only a couple seconds behind. So unless this is an insta woodlight for Ancoboy, and he's already sort of fucked it up. He's got one and it clutches. Wow, so he's ahead. Yeah. Had one wood fully burned, but clutches the fire on the second one.
Pretty similar pace though.
Yeah, very similar pace. Mongey makes
I feel like it looks like an entrance here with the bones. Or with the
Oh, the design. Yeah, to the bridge. I see. Yeah. Another insane bridge fashion. Mongey's saving his wood a little bit. Ancoboy double skeleton, but he's able to dodge getting hit off. And gonna be a little bit faster on this chalice. Very, very fast fashion here. Wonder if there's any task overlap potential. Is this no, there is a double triple. Okay, I was gonna say the bridge is just so fast that even if the fort is this close, like unless the spawner is like on your triple almost, I feel like it's not correct to try to task overlap at all. And look, Mongey's able to gain a little bit of the time that he lost. He's leaving the chalice earlier because he's got blocks to build. He dug some more. And look, no Donkey Kong route from either runner because it is this right side triple. Is this even right side triple? Is it left side triple? I genuinely don't like. I feel like I've talked about this a lot because it just depends on the way you're looking at it. I think it just should be right side triple because it's the way you're looking at it from the chalice. But
it reminds me kind of the right hand versus left hand like coordinate system. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of arbitrary at the end of the day.
Wait, what?
You know, like right-handed rule, left-handed rule. You know that? Like,
that's way too over the head. Like, I know what you're talking about, but I don't remember at all. But like, sure.
I'm just saying it's like you kind of have to just ascribe like.
Oh my god! Ancoboy, holy shit! Ancoboy got launched out of his fucking trading hole. Who saw that? He got fucking launched.
I didn't see it.
Oh my god, Fulham's gotta pull that up, dude. Ancoboy got launched out of his. He was like in with the pigs and he jumped out and he got like momentum shoved. It was just funny. But yeah, task overlapping both runners. I think someone in chat saying Ancoboy has 2 stacks of gold, maybe picked it up and isn't trading. If that's the case, it just could be over. Because Mongey is task overlapping right now. These pig trades with the spawner, it is so close to this bridge that I don't entirely hate the play. But if Ancoboy does have 2 stacks of gold ingots in his inventory, that's basically the entire bridge, Bastion Nerdy. He's going to have no overlap here at all and just going to be the minutes behind. We'll see. Again, there it is. Wow. 2 stacks of gold. Wow. He realizes. And he realizes, which is good, but that's just time loss. None of those trades are running.
Oh. That was so. I feel like
if these rods take forever, Nerdy, it might not matter. If the trades will be done so overkill anyways, right? That it might not matter, but that is just not what you want to see. Mongey has a blaze floater. Gets a whiffs like the soul sand jump. This guy has not done much soul sand parkour. But I mean, why would you? A little unfortunate there. How many rods from Mongey? Is that 6? He's leaving, so it must be. Ancoboy crossbowing at Blaze in this similar situation. Yep, Mongey on 6 rods. Ancoboy on 6 as well. And if these trades are done for Ancoboy, it's going to be basically no time loss because he realized it. They're not done. But they're good enough. They are good enough. It doesn't matter. No time loss for the misplay. And that's nerdy. That's sometimes how it goes. You can make a mistake. Could lose you no time. You can make a mistake. It could lose you 5 minutes. And this is a one of those 0-second mistakes there. Basically, the only time loss having to go back and forth to the bridge, remembering it, at least. But Mongey gonna throw 2 eyes, has to. 88% only, doesn't want to hit that 1800. We know because of Ancoboy's Nimbot that it is that 800. But that's going to be a little bit of time loss for Mongey. And it's going to put him just slightly behind here heading to second portal chords. But he's able to overlap just a little bit of stuff here in the inventory. Going to be fully pre-crafting everything. So a little more behind than it looks, but this might be an insanely close seed, Nerdy.
Yeah.
Mongey may be handling this terrain better, yeah.
I hope we get another 0-cycle battle. That's really what I want.
I know, I mean, both runners at courts, but Mongey handling higher terrain. He leaves so much later and gets there first. Wow. Direct opposite of what happened last seed where Ancoboy made up time on the second portal nav. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Good spike from Mongey. Anco committing the same direction. Library, not there. Is it down that left? It is.
Yes.
The same exact direction, but it's pre-crafted for Mongey. He's got more of a lead this time than he did last time. By a significant amount. So Ancoboy's not going to be able to make this time up on the 0. If Mongey can hit it, it's going to be over. Front 97. Pretty fast for Ancoboy, though. That was fast prep split. It might fully not be over. Ancoboy not going to 104. I mean, that would be insane. I feel
low.
Like. Nah, Mongey's got half the Dragon's health down. It's just
no
it's
way.
just too
it
much.
Should just be GG.
It's just too much.
Another very close match, though.
And there it is. Mongey clutching the 0. And he clutched the 0 in the first seed as well, but it was just a couple seconds too slow. Tying it up again. Oh my god, look at this Ancoboy crystal. Oh, he doesn't get it. Bo! Wow, what a play! Dragon! Yo, clutch it! Bread! Oh my god, that would have been so fucking cool. Holy shit. Oh, he doesn't hit the clutch at the end. Wow, that was cool.
It was a good game, though. It was a good game. That was so far, I mean, 1-1, both within seconds of each other. Well, I guess technically Ancoboy didn't finish the seed, but whatever. Basically within seconds of each other.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look at these splits, Nerdy. The most they're separated the entire run, 8 seconds. Like, talk about consistency. 8 seconds, and that's it.
That's just crazy.
All these, micro decisions all here and there, but they're just trading them back and forth. The Flint in the overworld, terrain to second portal, messed up the gold overlap for Ancoboy. I mean, just look at trading back and forth, and it just doesn't matter. And is this Enter Force split? It just depends on when they start overlapping. So if you're just taking Enter Bastion to finding Stronghold, Mongey saved 1 second. He saved a single second, Nerdy, on the entire Nether split.
That's crazy.
Since hitting the Bastion. Yeah, like that's how close those runners played both those structures. And then Mongey saves 4 seconds on finding the Stronghold, but he also had the advantage of crafting overlap in the overworld. So there's an extra 6 seconds in the Stronghold there, even though both runners instant nav. And it's going to give him the lead. Hits the 0. Very, very exciting stuff, Nerdy. Yes. And we are going to send it over to Fulham in just a second. He's just finishing up the last couple clips for us to break down the last 2 seeds, break down things that we missed. And I mean, it's a 1-1, Nerdy, so very, very good odds that we see Fulham again at the end of seed 4.
True.
Some exciting stuff, but he's given us the green light. We're going to send you guys over to Fulham, and we'll be back here when he's done.
Hello, everyone. Welcome into the halftime analysis segment with myself. I keep getting echo, and I can only apologize for that. I need to mute it before I go on. We are here 1-1 between Ancoboy and Big Mongey. I'm really excited. This has been a really close matchup. More close than we've seen in a lot of the runs so far during Season 4. These players have literally been within seconds of each other both times and pretty much throughout the entire seed. Let's go to probably the most controversial thing that we've seen during a ranked playoffs match this season, and it is this. Mongey heads into the temple, and as he's digging down, take a very big listen here. As he falls, you can hear the sound of a creeper charging up and being ready to explode. And as he breaks the TNT at the very bottom, it happens. Something I feel like you would see very often in an HBG highlights, but less so in an MCSR ranked speedrun. It is pretty unfortunate, but there's actually nothing we can do. Although that we have standardized this and prevented this as much as possible in the code and making sure that there aren't mobs that can spawn. I don't know how it's been overrode there, but it has, unfortunately. We can go and double check things, but we're not going to go and reset the entire seed for both players, unfortunately. It's a pretty tough situation, and fingers crossed that this won't happen again. Obviously, when he did reset, he was able to make an insane comeback. But during this, we got to see that Mongey was in the stronghold first and also in the end first, but Ancoboy showed some insane abilities, teaching us all how to properly zero cycle. Makes a little bit of a fumble there, makes sure that he gets the right number of eyes. Like, now in this spot for me, you've got so many ender pearls, you can just, I feel like this split here of these 3 seconds, misclicks a couple of times to get to the blaze powder, that's 1 second, shifts here, decides to make 5 eyes rather than shift click to use 3 less because it is a 2-eye. And all in this time, Mongey is able to enter the end, and we can see that with the achievement in chat. We also can see by the splits, there is literally 1 second between these two. But Ancoboy was able to show us exactly how to zero and how to zero quickly. Is able to pearl up this tower here, crank up to 97. Was it 99? My fault. And uses the crossbow. Usually we see the crossbow used to delay the to extend the window of invincibility for the dragon. Maybe on the final bed to maybe go for like a 4+1 or a 5+1. But instead, he goes for a crossbow on the very first bed. So with just 1 rotation, the dragon already has lost around 40% of its health. Of course, 2 beds are used, but it matters about the time more than it does about the beds. And having those 2 beds done instantly, that saves him all the time that he lost before. And he's able to fully charge a crossbow, get the hit off, and then double bed again for the final bed. Meaning that the rotations used was only 3. It was an insanely fast zero cycle, and he was able to clutch out the seed. And you can see even in the chat, Free the End was done before Mongey was able to get his Free the End achievement. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. Insane how Ancoboy was able to do that. I wanted to draw attention to the splits again. Obviously, they did go completely back and forth from majorly behind in the overworld because of the temple creeper, then slightly less behind, way in front, but blinded early. Finds the stronghold later, much better terrain decision by Ancoboy in this seed, and basically entering the end at the same time. Was an absolutely back and forth seed. Amazing stuff from these 2 runners. And now we go to seed 2. We're expecting to see some top tier gameplay once again, and we can see that Ancoboy wants to hop into this hole, and instead falls into the main piglin hole. He throws out his gold here. Notice, he's got a stack and 3/4 of gold. Throws it out. and in the meanwhile jumps out of the hole, and because of the entity cramming, he gets absolutely teleported out of that hole because of how many entities are pushing him away. Instead, what he does here is he opens his inventory, but he doesn't seemingly notice the 2 stacks of gold that he has in his inventory, so he turns around and decides to start going for blaze kills. Maybe instead he realized that he's got enough, pearls and a fire res that he can just do this first. But I genuinely think he didn't realize that he'd pick back up the gold, as the commentators did mention. And this did lose him probably around about 10 seconds in this. And even though he was able to clutch out an attempt at this 0 cycle, which I thought was fantastic, and also, as Feinberg was absolutely freaking out about, he did the exact perfect set of inputs. At the absolute peak of his height, he opens his inventory for just a split second, looks, he could have gone for the boat clutch, but instead, on 2.5 hearts, decides to go for a food eat, hoping for like the 1 tick of, as soon as his hunger bar is full, 1 tick generating half a heart to give him 3 left so that he's able to ender pearl into the ground. And he perfectly does all of the inputs, but wasn't quite able to have enough time to heal back up. I thought that was really impressive, but all the meanwhile, Mongey was actually able to 0 cycle, was in the end beforehand, and was able to take this seed, irrelevant of whether Ancoboy survived that death. I just thought it was very impressive to see how locked in his mechanics were and making sure that he was able to do all of the right inputs into a really tough and very rare scenario to be able to, in such a specific scenario, he knew exactly where everything was, knew exactly what to do. I thought that was very impressive. But yeah, we can see that the Ender Pearl landed because of the Endermite as well. And as soon as he's back in the overworld, Mongey did actually get the final victory. It's 1 apiece. 1 game apiece. That means that you are going to see at least 2 more seeds. And I hope that we do get to see a game 5 here, and I will be back if there is a game 5. I think that Mongey has got some momentum on his side now, especially with the first seed losing around 20 to 30 seconds in that overworld. Maybe he's going to show why he should have won all of the seeds so far. Or maybe Ancoboy is going to pull out some crazy 0 cycles on seeds that we were not expecting some insane 0 cycles on. I think this match is a really, really intense one. It's been my favorite one so far in the tournament. I'm excited to see these next few seeds, and I will be back if there is a game number 5. I'm going to pass you guys back to Nerdy and Feinberg.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. W analysis. I hope we get a game 5, Nerdy. These matches have both been so insanely close. Like, how are both decided by the zeros, basically? Like, I mean, we've had close matches, but this could potentially be the closest one if we see some more close seeds. And we do get at least 2 more. Let's throw it over to the seed selection real quick. I think this is Room Portal, Nerdy. Our first Room Portal of the day. Maybe our only Room Portal of the day. We got to savor this.
No.
Seen it banned a lot.
Don't be pessimistic. Don't be pessimistic. We're gonna get more. These are my favorites, so I'm ready. Sub 7 is upcoming here.
Nerdy, if you look at the splits, sub 10 on the Desert Temple seed, sub 9 on the Village seed.
Sure. Yes. I like your mentality here. Yes.
Sub 8,
yes.
sub 8 on the Room Portal.
Yes, it's a linear. It's a linear function of minus 56 seconds for each one.
Yeah, you never know, but there's only one way to know. We just hop into the seed, we figure it out. Room Portal seeds. I mean, what was it? A couple seasons ago, almost like a sub 7 in the playoffs. Like, just could be some insane stuff potentially.
I believe. I'm a believer. And look at this start.
It's kind of ugly. I mean, that's like I mean, isn't that 9 iron?
That's crazy. That is a ridiculous amount of iron. But yeah, I guess that's suboptimal for the sub.
I mean, 9 even for a filter, I feel like is crazy. Pick and axe and bucket. No, you make shears. Ooh, I feel like you make shears. Yeah, Ancoboy makes shears. But I mean, my first gut instinct was pickaxe bucket, so I would have done what Mongey did there. And stuck with an iron axe now. But I like the shears play Ancoboy. I guess you have gold pick. So you're gonna like Mongey will have blocks either way. Trying to grab some food here. 3 cows. This is some good stuff. Some good eats. Grabbing the water as well, routing
Good
that in
food.
through the ocean. I think 1 cow sort of got away. There it is. 4 steak only. That's not incredibly amazing, but Mongey's going to commit to the food that he has and get in the nether and dirty. Not as fast as some room portal seeds that we could potentially see, but it all comes down to the nether.
I mean, you know, it's not. You're right, but still,
It is. I mean, it is
119.
mid
It's pretty
one.
fast.
Yeah, this is pretty fast. It's better than your desert temple enters. I will say that. But we get that bastion spike. It's just going to come down the nether at this point. If we are going to see a potential sub 8 and Mongey, I mean, look at this though, so ahead on this overworld. You would think room portal has not that much decision making, but he's ahead by 20 seconds, 25. He might be almost touching the bastion before Ancoboy even gets in the nether. Oh, there. Where is that? Oh, that is the bastion. That is the treasure. Okay. I was scared for Mongey. Didn't see a bastion there for a while. A little bit of a whack direction on the E-ray. So honestly, might have been a terrain mistake from Mongey to fall down there. Ancoboy could catch up a lot of time heading towards this treasure. We will just have to see if he finds some better terrain here. But it's looking really good for Ancoboy. Yeah, look at this. Top of the treasure here. Mongey made the wrong terrain decision. And he's right where Ancoboy is right now. But there goes all that time save. Completely gone from the overworld. They're now completely, like, almost to the second tied here. Heading into this treasure. Mongey doing the default boomer route. Ancoboy, same thing. No T-Wags enjoyers here. But I'm on their side as well.
I do like Ancoboy's usage of the gold pick here.
Yeah. Was able to save it. Doesn't need the blocks because he's got the shears. So
Yep.
definitely something to save him some time. Good shout.
But it does seem like Mongey's maybe just a little bit ahead here. Not by much though, just by
Yeah, I
a
mean,
couple of seconds.
very, very unclear. Going to come down to, who's going to potentially get this gold faster, who's going to overlap the trades better. Look how many pigs Mongey has moving them over. He's got like so many pigs, I feel like, following him right now. Yeah, trying to block off where he's at. Look at this adaptation of the route. Got to somehow save these guys. Did they maybe not get through? They didn't get through. He didn't open them up there. Yeah.
A disaster.
But look at this funnel there. I don't know why there's like 4 or 5 pigs waiting for him on the other side, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
he handled that pretty well. But it's a little bit of a time loss, having to deal with that. And another pig here, not good for his food situation. Gets hit twice and only 2 steak. Ancoboy's got 6 mutton and a chicken.
Wow.
Not good for Mongey and George. Ancoboy already on the fort. Getting very close to the spawner. And there he is.
It seems like that piglin incident was a real issue for Mongey here. Like, not getting.
Yeah, I
all the
mean, not by
piglins
much.
immediately.
He's only behind by maybe 10 seconds, but we've seen 10 seconds. It literally has mattered in both the seeds today so far. I mean, Ancoboy died after the 0, so I guess not, but like, it basically did. Basically. But we'll see. I mean, ideally shouldn't have any time saved to be had at a spawner. Once it's blaze bedded, should get the exact same spawns for both players. So Ancoboy should be ahead at least to the eye measuring split, but we've seen these runners deviate on their terrain to second portal chords. We've seen them deviate on their decisions in the eye measuring split as well. very unclear if Ancoboy is going to keep his lead leaving the fortress.
We've got lots of. I don't know.
Ancoboy 4 rods, maybe 5. Mongey 4 rods, everything pre-crafted. Being able to sit at a
We've got
spawner
lots
like
of
this.
beds. Not,
Yeah.
I was looking for ground zero. I didn't see it, but I should eliminate that. I didn't see any iron bars.
Yeah. I think Mongey potentially crafted iron bars. Lost a rod. Yeah,
Nope.
Mongey has
Yeah,
some
Mongey,
iron
yeah, he
bars
did,
there,
okay.
but he lost a rod down there. So
Dang.
it is savable. You can, maybe pearl hang to where you're going to second portal cords, boat down, grab that rod, and then trigger the pearl hang. So that rod is savable, but it is definitely not ideal because Ancoboy's gone. Heading to second portal cords, he does keep his lead from the fort enter to the second portal travel split. Looks like very, very, very just basic open terrain here. So good for Ancoboy in the sense that not really going to be a ton of, ways to mess it up. And it's not a sub 8 nerdy, but again, heading to the stronghold low 7. And Mongey still needs the rods. I think if this, it does drop. Okay, so he doesn't need to grab the rod that fell, but he's just behind on the split, and it's behind by enough to the point where it's not. Can't really make it up with the 0, and that's a clean spike for Ancoboy. So if it's down here, it's not.
Ooh.
So that's a little bit of time loss if Mongey decides to one-shot, but it definitely just should be here on the right. Doesn't one-shot it there either. Spike maybe pointing it a little deeper.
Looks like he's
But
got
he finds
it
it,
here.
yeah, and Mongey's still digging for second portal cords going under the lava that we saw Ancoboy go over. So if it's zeroable and Ancoboy hits it, it's going to be over. Mongey, an entire split behind now at this point. Oh, wow. Back 94.
Can he hit it?
Gets to 99. Gets there with a rotation to spare. He's got the food. He's got the explosives. Doesn't even have a crossbow on his bar, but he's so far ahead, you don't need the double beds. And Ancoboy's going to take a 2-1
Great
victory.
stuff.
Or lead, I should say, in this best of 5. I mean, it felt like there was really nothing obvious that Mongey did that was incredibly slow. Just Ancoboy was making all the right decisions, all the micro stuff, and it all adds up. Better travel the second portal. Better, no piglin incident, right? It didn't. I mean, Mongey handled his pigs well, but not well enough. Forgot to let them up for a bit. Just all this small stuff adding up. Yeah, look at this. Just every split, after, or just every split. Because Ancoboy was so far behind entering. Ancoboy, once he gets in the nether, is ahead every split. Just gaining, 10, 20, 30 seconds. And takes the seed. So now Mongey's got to win 2 in a row, Nerdy. Your 3-1 prediction is wrong. I'll give you a little bit of leeway. It is hard to predict the exact score, but do you think Mongey can still clutch it out?
I mean, you're asking can I yap? Can the sky ever be blue? Can Mongey come back from this? Yes, Feinberg. Yes. The answer is always yes. Okay. Mongey is, listen, what can I say? He's the I have to be supportive. I have to stand by my prediction. All right. Was I wrong about 3-1? Maybe. Maybe so. Maybe I was wrong about that, but I can't back down now. Okay, Feinberg, I cannot back down.
Nerdy, that is truly inspirational. I was moving. The dedication and the commitment that you have. What seed are we playing? Shipwreck. Nerdy, I think he is doing potentially a bit of trolling. As if you look in the bottom left, Mongey banned Shipwreck and has now picked Shipwreck.
No. This is no. Let me explain. Let me explain here. I'll cope. I'll cope for him. Listen, chat. Listen. This right here is actually. You guys are playing like one layer deep with the metagaming. Okay. Mongey is playing multiple 5-dimensional chess here. Okay. Because what he's doing here is he's putting doubt into the opponent of maybe this guy does not gonna like shipwrecks, but he does like shipwreck. He chooses shipwrecks. You see what I'm saying here? You're sort of he baited that he didn't like shipwrecks, and now he's going back on that, and he's just playing mind games. Ancoboy's gonna be thinking about this decision. Why did he go with the shipwreck while he's measuring ice, and then boom, all of a sudden he mismeasures an eye. Oh no, Mongey takes the dub. See what I'm saying? This is the kind of mind games you need to play in order to win the ranked playoffs, and this is why we're Mongey supporters here.
I can't disagree with you, Nerdy. I think it's just I think it's a funny pick. I think Mongey maybe knows like overworlds potentially don't really matter, right? As long as I guess like Shipwreck has maybe more variance than Room Portal in terms of like you can miss the magma ravine. A little bit weird on lower food situations, but it really shouldn't matter. Like there's not I think any good stats that show that like players win like significantly more on certain seed types than the other one. There could be. I could be wrong, but I really don't think it matters that hard, and I think it's funny, and I think the mental aspect could matter. 100%.
Yeah.
But there's an ugly amount of stuff, but you can make shears, so that's a dub.
I feel like it's. I will be honest. I do think it's pretty rare that we see a seed type make like a substantial advantage or disadvantage on one player or the other.
Yeah.
But that being said, I feel like it's fun. It's gimmicky. I feel like it. I don't know. It gives some. I don't know. I still enjoy the seed choices and stuff, even though they are definitely not like like in something like Valorant or something. The seed matters throughout the entire part of the seed or entire
I mean,
map.
the map,
right?
yeah.
Whereas
Map, yeah.
in this, it's definitely like it really only matters at the beginning and then kind of how much food
Yeah.
it gives you. But at the end of the day, it's fun. It's cool and.
I know you're going for Nerdy. I know you're going for. Guys, you can question mark Nerdy, but it makes sense. He spent all of his mental energy on the.
Wait, what? Wait, what did I say? This question mark.
Oh,
Wait, I don't even understand.
You said seed instead of map for
Seeds.
Valorant.
Okay, chat. You guys, I'm Minecraft pilled. Okay, my bad. Oh my god.
It's okay,
Guys.
Nerdy. It is okay.
Guys, forgive me for misspeaking. I have a tendency to say to misspeak. Okay, I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry.
We don't we all Nerdy. It is okay. Both these runners cranking this 2x1.
Look at this pace. They are on pace once again. I mean, I feel like this has been the best match of the day. I mean, well, okay, that's like only been 2, but I feel like this of the entire tournament. I feel like we've had this has been
there has only been 2
consistently
today, but...
right next to each other.
Yes. Some very exciting stuff. Mongey spots the Bastion. Looks like a bridge, but I could be very wrong. I'm not going to put any money on that. But different terrain decisions, Nerdy. Look, Ancoboy going to be pushing through this lava lake here. Mongey running around, and Mongey, I mean, was ahead entering by a little bit, but I feel like this terrain decision was just better. But Ancoboy's right here as well. Could be wrong, could be unclear. Heading towards that single. Ancoboy heading towards the gold first. Is this a triple on the right, or is Donkey Kong route going to be necessary for these runners to have a fast Bastion split? I don't honestly know if it is a right side triple or not. I couldn't tell. It's buried. It kind of looked like it, but I genuinely don't know. But there goes Mongey's pigs for Donkey Kong route. Potentially 3 crossbow guys that he fully spleefed off. So hopefully won't come back to punish him. We'll be able to see on Ancoboy's screen
just a
here.
couple of seconds ahead here.
Yeah. It is a triple, yeah.
There you
Ranked
go.
doesn't guarantee a bridge triple. It guarantees that there is a chest in the bastion with at least 5 obsidian. And so if it's double single bridge, oh my god, Mongey. Oh, saved. If it's double single bridge and there's only 2 chests, it's definitely rarer to have 5 obby in a chest. But it is possible. There have been many ranked seeds with double single bridge, but Mongey clutches, takes a lot of damage there. That's not ideal. He's down to 2 bread and 4 golden carrots. Ancoboy is still on 5 bread and all his golden carrots. So not good on the food situation at all, and it's very, very similar paces for both of these runners as well. So I'd give Ancoboy a slight advantage here, but not by much, Nerdy. And we've seen these seeds come down to the very end.
For sure.
So truly, anything can happen. Mongey gets the blaze bed craft. Ancoboy's got it in his hot bar already. And these runners, wow, Ancoboy, good terrain. Mongey finds the same terrain, both leaving.
I love this. This is so cool. I feel like they're just.
I think they might be,
Monge's
yeah. I think they're
close.
looking for pearl hang potential.
Yeah. It's just funny they're doing it at the same time.
Yeah,
Always.
literally
I feel
just
like
the
they're just
same.
playing. I don't know.
Don't know if Mongey committed to a pearl hang there. If he loved that or not. But he's got his stuff. He's got 25 obby. And he's pearling out left here. Way
Maybe
more
he
left
was
than
just
Ancoboy.
looking.
Yeah, doesn't have the didn't want to commit to that pearl hang. And look, he got that single early, so he's able to leave this a little faster, but no fort in the direction that he wanted it here. It's much more open terrain, and he's gonna definitely have an easier time getting to this fort. Ancoboy could be fully walled off here.
Wow, that's
Ancoboy's got
like
the
one of the
spawner
first big
on.
deviations.
He's got the spawner on 2, but he doesn't see it. And look, has to go all the way around. So
Okay.
Mongey saving some time there by not pearl hanging and committing back to the open terrain that he saw earlier. And like we've said, in all these seeds, they've come down to the seconds almost every time. 2 out of the 3 seeds so far. So definitely important that
I think
Mongey is
Monge's a
ahead.
couple blazes up, but it's pretty close. This is still quite close.
Yeah, I mean, he is just a raw full spawner cycle up, and he's playing this other spawner. So he's going to have a slower blaze bed, but he's 1 full spawn cycle up. Like you said. He gets his spawn cycle there. But the runners are playing different spawners. So it could be weird. Have a lot of explosives, zeroable again for both players. Not enough wood to pre-craft gold picks, I guess. I mean, you could not make 10 explosives, but he's got the ground zero prepped as well. The iron bars coming out from Mongey. We're going to look at Ancoboy prep right now as well. 6 beds, 3 anchors, no iron bars for Ancoboy. So if it is a ground zeroable seed and a ground zeroable seed only, Mongey could take the dub in the end. But we'll just have to wait and see. 4 rods for both players. Ancoboy on a straight blaze here, not the 5th. So Mongey starting as measuring a little early, but they're on the same amount of rods. I don't know when the next rod is coming for either player. But Ancoboy has 2 blazes on his screen as he's leaving. 750. I thought that was going to showed 2400 at the start, and it looked like it broke. Mongey left the eye. So both runners needing 3 more rods.
Yep.
Instead of 2. Mongey gets his 1 of 3. Ancoboy's got 2 blazes here, 3 blazes here. No, he's got a whiff.
Oh!
Going to rod, but he grabs it.
He got
Fully
it?
commits to falling. He did. He got it.
Wow.
Burns 2 pearls getting up, but he got the rod. And it's time loss not being on that spawner, but he got the rod. And he's playing this other blaze. If this is there, but Mongey's going.
I don't understand how he did that. That was crazy.
I'm shocked he just instantly full sent it. I'm shocked that he grabbed it. And
I'm a little bit shocked too.
Mongey at courts first, though. Had a good last spawn cycle, must have been, and he's there. But Ancoboy, so close. 5 blocks away.
Wow. Again, even though, Ancoboy made a lot of time up from that.
Good spike from
point. He was pretty
Mongey on the
far
right.
behind.
Is it lower? These could be weird. A lot of choices to go the same direction. Library has a light source over there on the left, but is it the portal room? Another library. Is that the portal room?
Another light source.
No.
Nope.
Ancoboy not committing there. Is he going to commit top left or top right? He is. Oh, wow.
my god. And Ancoboy's
Oh, wow. Hits the nav better. Mongey's still committed to bottom right. This could be it. If you're Mongey fans, you want this to be ground zeroable only. But it's not cage nerdy. It's not looking good. Mongey's here, but it's too late. Ancoboy going for a side setup potentially.
Looks like he's going for it.
It is T103. These are very consistent nowadays. So it's very possible that he just hits it and it's over. Some nice... Oh, low dragon! But he gets enough KB. Is that a 5 bet on a side setup? That's impressive.
Wow. Looks
A
like Mongey's
very,
going for it
very
as well,
incredible...
but it doesn't matter.
Low bet there to save it. I mean, Ancoboy clutched that 0, and that's going to be a 3-1. We're going to see Ancoboy tomorrow. Mongey's run, nerdy, unfortunately, ends here.
Wow. Great game. I mean, just seriously, what, God, it was just that. It was there's so much back and forth on all 4 seeds. I could not have asked for a better game. I could not have asked for a better round. I feel like it was just so good, so enjoyable, and very well played to both runners. I feel like is very important to bring up. The fact that Ancoboy won all 3, of course, but Mongey kept it close every single game and took one as well.
Yeah, I mean, look at these.
What a great series.
These splits too, so close, and then just nav for Mongey. 30 seconds. That's all you need, right? Not enough time to catch up on the 0. He's mid last explosive, but it just doesn't matter because he loses so much time to that nav. A big mistake, misplay perhaps. Maybe doesn't follow the spike direction exactly. Maybe it is just mental RNG. Ancoboy ran down mid first, so he might want to if he thought it was more mid, go top right to send more mid. Mongey thinks it's more right. Maybe there's a cave spider spawner. Maybe it's just a little bit weird. Not a super clean spike, but Ancoboy able to pull ahead in the stronghold, and that's all he needed to do. He kept it close enough throughout the nether, didn't lose that much time, and won the seed off the nav. And that was it. I mean, the match locked in, nerdy.
That's going to be a good match for sure. I'm excited to watch that one. And yeah, we have some good matches upcoming here as well with Loki and Danny and Featured and Automat. Those 2 are going to be excellent matches, I think.
100%. I mean, nerdy, Dougal lost to Mongey, and Mongey did not win the playoffs. So the streak of Dougal losing to the playoff winner is no longer alive.
Wow.
Mongey, unfortunately, broke the streak. But even though that match was a 3-1, very, very close. Very, very close games, very, very close seeds.